Meantime, for more than 30 years, Boston teacher Karen Pekowitz lived with wires, surgeries, and the constant fear that came with traditional pacemakers. Well, now thanks to a tiny new wireless device, the world's first dual-chamber leadless pacemaker, she says she finally feels free. And Karen joins us to share her story. Welcome to the show, Karen.
Well, I started this journey with pacemakers when I was 19 years old. I was a college student, and I had known that I was diagnosed with complete heart block, which means that my top and bottom chambers of my heart would not communicate with each other electrically, causing low heart rates and dizziness and nausea. And all of a sudden, I was in college, and my heart rate went down, and I needed to have a pacemaker implanted. So that was my first pacemaker in 1994. And there was always concerns with the leads. Leads are prone to cracking. They're prone to potential infection or being dislodged. And so I always had to be careful and not live my life to the fullest, and I couldn't lift as much in the gym. I couldn't do as many things in my daily life. So that was a concern of mine. Since receiving the Aveir DR, which is a much smaller wireless device, I have two of them, one in each chamber of the heart, I've been able to completely remove my wires, so the concerns about wires breaking, being dislodged, or getting infected is no longer part of my daily life, so I live much more freely. And I don't have as many restrictions. I can exercise. I'm a rower, and I like to do high interval intensity training. I can do all of that without any restrictions. I'm also a teacher. I'm up and down stairs all day. I'm down on the floor with students, getting close to them, and I don't have to worry about anything happening with my device. So it's really given me a lot more energy and peace of mind. The device that I have, which is called the Aveir DR, is a completely wireless device that is implanted using a catheter. So it's an outpatient procedure that only takes less than a day, and you're home. There's no complicated recovery and no worries about any kinds of leads or cracking or any of that. So people should definitely ask their doctor. They can tell their doctor that they heard about the Aveir DR and they're interested in knowing if it would be a good fit for them. I think it's a real game changer. I think it means that the wireless devices will have a longer lifespan. So I used to have to go in for a battery change every 7 years, and now the battery life is closer to 12 to 17 years. So there won't be as many surgeries required, and the lack of wires is just a real freeing thing for people. Well, for more information, I would recommend that you go to cardiovascular.abbott, ABBOTT/pacemakers.